Welcome to our short on fried rice. Now I'm going to make a traditional fried rice. It's not anything fancy and it should never be. If you want to call it egg fried rice, that's about as far as you want to go with it if you're doing traditional rice. Anything else you add to it, try to call it something else, would you? So here we go. And if you didn't see our other short, we did another video of seasoning a wok. So now this wok has been seasoned. I'm just going to add some oil. And the first thing you want to do, while we're waiting for that to get nice and hot, you'll need some eggs. I like to beat them up. Sometimes people like to just put them in there and then break them up, but I think it works better if you beat them first. Our rice left over from the day before. Never use fresh rice. Scallions, I split them in half between the whites and the greens. 4 or 5 cloves of minced garlic, depending on how much garlic you want. And a little salt, pepper, soy sauce, and Yum Yum or MSG. So now as you see how this is getting nice and white here? If we were to put a little water on it, it bubbles off right away. Okay, so we know that this is ready. You don't want the oil to get a little bit too hot. And that's one of the tricks when you're cooking with a wok is your heat's coming really centered to that wok. So that's part of the reason why you'll see a lot of flipping and things like that. So I'm going to add the eggs. See how quickly that cooks up? Doesn't take long. We're just going to put these eggs in here, chop them up, and boom. You see how quick that is? Find a clean bowl, and I'm going to set these eggs off to the side. So, see? That's how quick those eggs went up. Just add a little bit more oil.
You don't want that much wok hay.
Yeah. And this is, definitely going to be, fried rice gives you the wok hay, which means breath of the wok, or what was the other Cantonese derision of that? Yeah, there's a lot of different, but basically the breath of the wok, which is the burning that occurs with this wok. Especially when you do this, it smokes it, it puts a little carbon in it. You see the greens here, nice and charred, but not overburnt. I'm probably going to add a little bit of water in here. All right, and I'm sure they don't say that in the video, but I think it's a little hot, so now I'm going to add the rice. And I'm not quite as adept at going fast as some of the professionals now. So now we're just going to add this rice up and break it up. Alright. So just keep flipping. Flip, flip, flip. Mix that in there. Now I'm going to put my egg in here, back in. Okay. Now season a little bit. There's some of my MSG or Yum Yum sauce. A little bit of salt. Make sure I'm not doing too much. I think I want a little bit more oil on here. Some ground pepper. And a couple of tablespoons of soy sauce. Don't want a ton. Just about a tablespoon or 2 is fine. And always pour it around the edge of the wok. Don't pour it in the middle, because that's your hottest spot of your wok. You want to just keep pouring it till everything blends in nice. I actually use jasmine rice, which is a good rice to use. But what I did do is I have a plan for this rice. So when I cooked it the other day, I used the beef broth instead of water. A lot of times I'll use chicken broth, and I think that works real well too. But I thought I'd try it with beef broth today. And I'm going to add a couple of greens, the green ends back. I always cut up the whites and the greens separate. So I want to add a little color back into the fried rice when I'm done. And there you go, just traditional egg fried rice.